Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're skipping the basic scorelines and really getting into the nitty-gritty of some recent Serie A matches.
Exactly. We're looking beyond just the results to find those, pivotal moments, the key plays, the individual actions that actually decided these games.
And we've picked out three really interesting ones. Venezia taking on Monza, Juventus versus Lecce, and Inter hosting Cagliari. Quite a mix of narratives there.
Definitely. Each game had its own story, its own pressures. Should be good to unpack.
All right, let's start with Venezia and Monza. Ended 1-0 to Venezia. You could really feel the pressure on both teams here, couldn't you? Venezia needing points badly. Monza looking to, make a statement.
Oh, absolutely. The stakes felt high right from the off. Monza had a couple early looks, Gioia and Izzo buzzing around the Venezia box.
And then that Radu save on the Danamota deflection.
That was something else, a pure reflex stop. What made it so good was Radu seemed to be moving the other way, maybe anticipating a cross. To react like that was exceptional.
Incredible agility. And Monza didn't let up, did they? Nicolas Caviglia absolutely smashed one.
Yeah, powerful strike. Turati just managed to get fingertips on it, pipped it onto the crossbar. A fantastic save to match the shot, really.
Karate was definitely earning his keep. There was that flurry of chances, too, wasn't there? Or Stanio, Izza's.
Marcandelli as well. Yeah, Turati was right in the thick of it for a spell there. Then Venezia had to be alert at the other end. Urbanski with a header from a long ball. Radu dealt with it well.
Proper end-to-end stuff for a bit. Danamota was causing problems, finding space, and Nicolas Caviglia went close again, shot just wide. You felt like a goal had to come, but yeah, the tension was building.
It was. And then, around the 72nd minute, it finally broke. Ellerson did well, bit of skill to get into the box.
And set up Fila.
Exactly, set up Daniel Fila, and he tucked it away. The big story there, of course, is that it was Fila's first ever Serie A goal.
Wow, what a time to get it.
Couldn't be much bigger, really. In a tight game like that, potentially huge for Venezia's season, that gives a player and a whole team such a lift.
What a moment for him. But the drama wasn't quite finished, was it? Turati had more to do.
Right, he had to make another save late on, denying Nicolas Caviglia again to keep Venezia ahead.
And Monza pushed hard at the end.
They threw players forward. There was that move with Nicolas Caviglia finding Yeboah, trying to link with Dumbia, then Danamota trying to dribble through, Zerbin involved, Dumbia made a run.
It got a bit frantic.
Yeah, Yeboah read Calderola's move, Dumbia was almost in, and then Palau brought him down. Foul given.
And then the red card for Fila, goal scorer.
Right.
Yeah, second yellow. Looked like he maybe said something, reacted to the foul decision. So scorer and sent off within, 20 minutes. Quite the roller coaster for him.
From hero to, still the hero, but watching the last seconds from the sidelines.
Pretty much. But Venezia held on, 1-0 the final score. Massive 3 points for them. And like you said, their first win in 2025. Huge relief, I'd imagine. Okay, so let's shift gears. Juventus against Lecce. Finished 2-1 to Juve. Very different context here.
Completely different. Juve chasing that Champions League spot, Lecce scrapping for survival, and Lecce hadn't won in quite a while coming into this one. Adds another layer of pressure.
And Juventus started fast.
They did. Nice vertical ball from Thuram, split the lines, found Vlahović, good movement from him, and then he laid it off perfectly for Koopmeiners.
Who was back in the starting 11.
Right. And he finished it really well. A great start for Juve, getting Koopmeiners involved and on the score sheet early.
You'd think that would settle them, but Lecce hit back almost straight away, didn't they?
Yeah, a moment to want back for Nico Gonzalez. Gave the ball away cheaply. Krskovic pounced on it. Bang! Off the post. So close to an immediate equalizer.
A real wake-up call for Juventus.
And Krskovic didn't stop there. He was fired up, pressed again, won the ball back again, and forced a decent save this time. Then an ill cross got deflected, caused a bit of panic. Lecce were really having a go.
And while Lecce were pushing, Vlahović missed a big chance at the other end to make it 2-0.
He did. That could have really changed things, maybe taken the sting out of Lecce's fight back. But it stayed 1-0.
Football's funny like that, isn't it? Just when Lecce looked threatening, Juventus grabbed their second.
Sort of against the run of play at that moment, perhaps. But it was quality from Yildiz. A little bit of dribbling, nice skill, played it back. Maybe a touch off Gasperin for Lecce.
Looked like it might have been.
Either way, it fell nicely for Vlahović again, and that's his second assist. He found Yildiz, who steered it in really nicely. Good finish.
2 assists for Vlahović, crucial contributions, and Juve had more chances after that to kill the game off.
They did. Thuram was involved again. linking with Vlahović and Yildiz. Yildiz had another run, sharp shot, but Falcone made a good save for Lecce.
Falcone was kept busy.
Yeah, there was a quick interchange. Koopmeiners and Vlahović almost combined for another. Then Cambiasso had a go. Falcone saved that too. Lecce were hanging in there defensively.
But they didn't just hang in, they actually got a goal back late on.
They did. Risk-Jatan lost possession. Bit sloppy. Rebic had a chance, but Di Gregorio saved it well. From the corner, though,
Pierre took it.
yeah, Pierre swung it in. El Gasson got a flick on at the near post, and Baschirotto, the captain, was there to head it in.
His second goal in 2 games, wasn't it?
That's right. Suddenly it's 2-1, maybe 3 minutes left plus stoppage time. Gave Lecce a glimmer of hope, you know.
A little late fight back, but Juve saw it out. 2-1 the final. Puts them back in the Champions League places, temporarily at least. Key roles for Vlahović with those assists, and the goals from Koopmeiners and Yildiz. Baschirotto gave Lecce something, but yeah, not quite enough.
Right. Okay. Final game to cover. Inter versus Cagliari at San Siro. Inter ran out 3-1 winners here.
And Inter started like a house on fire, didn't they? Goal almost immediately.
Blistering start. Jahanolu carried it forward, found Barella. Barella did well, drew defenders, slipped it towards where Lautaro probably should have been.
But Arnautović read it.
Yeah, great anticipation from Arnautović. Got there first, nice finish. He looked really sharp, full of energy right from the start.
What a way to begin. But then Cagliari had that massive chance to equalize straight after.
Oh, a huge moment. Lovely pass through to Piccoli. He was clean through, went round Summer.
Summer came out, maybe misjudged it slightly.
It looked like it initially, yeah, but then the recovery save. Wow. Incredible reflex stop to deny Piccoli on the line. That should have been 1-1. Massive let-off for Inter.
Huge. And you often see teams punished for misses like that.
And Inter, duly obliged, long ball over the top, found Lautaro this time, no mistake from him.
Yeah.
Calm, composed finish, just lifted it over Capriel, who was rushing out. Clinical.
Textbook Lautaro finish, really. Such a contrast to the chance Cagliari missed. 2-0 Inter. Looked comfortable.
It seemed that way, but then Cagliari did manage to pull one back, kind of out of the blue in the second half.
Yeah, how did that come about?
It was a decent cross from Aguero, whipped in from the left. And Piccoli, who missed that earlier sitter, got up well and headed it past Summer. Made amends, you could say.
Right. This first real threat at the second half, and suddenly it's 2-1. Game on.
For a moment, maybe, but Inter responded pretty quickly and effectively snuffed out any real hope of a comeback.
The third goal.
Yeah. Barella involved again, played a good pass into DeMarco. His shot was saved well by Capriel, actually. Corner given.
And DeMarco took the corner himself.
He did, and it was a fantastic delivery. Whipped in with pace and accuracy, and Bisseck met it powerfully. Great header, absolutely flew into the net. No chance for Capriel. 3-1.
That really sealed it.
Right.
Quality delivery, quality header.
Definitely. Game over at that point, really. Although, credit to Cagliari, Piccoli actually made a goal line clearance right near the end to stop Inter getting a fourth.
So, busy game for Piccoli, a big miss, a goal, and a goal line clearance.
He was certainly involved. But yeah, 3-1 Inter the final score. Arnautović excellent early on, Lautaro with the second, Piccoli getting one back, but Bisseck's header was the decisive blow.
So looking back at these 3 games, it really hits home that it's not just about the final score, is it?
Not at all. It's about those moments within the game. That Radu save, Filo's first goal, Krstović hitting the post, Vlahovic's assists, Summer's recovery, Bisseck's header. These are the things that swing matches and, ultimately shape seasons.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Which of those specific moments we talked about, the flash of brilliance, the unexpected error, that crucial goal might end up having the biggest long-term impact for these teams?
It's a great point. And maybe that leads us to the question to ponder. How do all these individual moments, these highs and lows, these little twists of fate, actually weave together to create the whole story of a league campaign? It's this fascinating mix of skill, luck, and pressure, isn't it?